Today we're going to Sous Vide, Sousvide, however you want to pronounce it, which is a very slow cook method to make meat tender. And what I bought was this chuck roast from, let's see it, from Aldi. And I'd looked around a lot of different places, and it was like 10 bucks, 11 bucks a pound. Aldi had this for $7.99. Can you see that? I don't know. Maybe. Hard to tell. Anyway, and on top of that, it was thick like I needed it. The thing I'm trying to replicate is something I saw online where a guy said try to make it look like a prime rib and sous vide it, and it will taste better than prime rib. So my original intention was to smoke it first, not cook it all the way. Sous vide is you usually start from raw, but I was going to smoke it. But where do you live in Florida? And what's going on today? Wind like you wouldn't believe. And then it's supposed to be rain when you least expect it, but they're expecting it all day. So I opted to skip the smoking, but I'll cover it with smoking spice, which they call rub and stuff like that, and then put it in the bag and drop it in the water. But for this, I'll just show you how the guy on YouTube did his. Got some cotton string there. Got a couple of knives here, boner knife, and then of course you got to keep this stuff sharp. Okay, so it's got a lot of what they call serum, what my freak might call, an unlearned person might call blood, but it's serum, it's not blood. And so we want to dampen it. Want to remove it. Okay, so you can see that. Oh wow! On the online, the YouTube thing that I watched showed how to take your boning knife and cut all the silver out, but somebody has already done that. Except for a little piece right here. Can't tell if that's silver. Yeah, it's silver. Silver is like a connective tissue that never breaks down, no matter how long you cook it. So he got it all the way to here and stopped. I'm just going to take that out. And then that goes into fat. So that shall be okay. Now, get rid of this. Oh, here. So what we're going to try to do is scrunch this up so it's fatter. Fatterer. And my uncle is actually a great uncle by marriage to my grandmother's sister, was a butcher. And he showed me a knot. But I, being a knot head, have no way of remembering. I was in Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, and almost Eagle Scouts, but I went to Sea Scouts instead. And talk about one of the scouting divisions that ought to have knot knowledge, that would be Sea Scouts. And I can't remember knots. In fact, when I know what a square knot is, that's one of the easiest ones to remember, but I always tie it backwards. So I've always thought I was sort of, in the same way dyslexic people can't read, I'm the same way with things like knots. I would have made a terrible engineer. My father was an engineer, and I'm not talking about Santa Fe Railroad. I'm talking about mechanical engineer that figures out how to tie knots for starters. So anyway, I replicate what I know is a knot that won't come undone. All right, so I went around the outside to hold it together that way. Now I'm going to try to go around the. Anyway, that sort of looks bigger and thicker. I think I'm going to put one more. All right, we are back inside. I have my fake prime rib roast. What do they call it? A mock prime rib roast? Anyway, got it all tied. I'm ready to put on some barbecue flavor. I used to make my own barbecue rub, but I found Well, it was from the 1990s recipe, and it was really full of sugar and stuff. So it's just out of, I don't like it anymore. But I do like some of these that I find in the store. No particular brand. I just keep buying new ones that sound good. This is Smokehouse Maple, and then this one's a Chipotle. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of both on, and then I'll put them in a bag, suck the air out of them, and get them ready to go in the Sous Vide. When I first started the Sous Vide, I was just using um, regular old baggies that, um, like gallon bags that were made for freezers, because the regular baggies will work, but there's more of a chance that it'll break down. You don't want water. You're going to put this vacuum pack thing in a tub of water and cook it at 130 degrees overnight, 24 hours. Then I started using oven bags, and those worked. You got to tie them off real good. The thing that really works is that right there. It's a vacuum packer, and I got that online. I don't know how much it was. They have them on sale. They have all kinds of different names and brands, but you can pretty much be sure that they're all made with the same mechanical design drawings of the best of them, and they all work about the same. So then you buy a roll, like a roll of bags on a roll. They're just big long bags, and always cut them off way more than you need. And what you do is you seal off one end. Okay, so kind of put that in the middle. I cut way too long, but I'd rather be too long than too short. And this stuff's relatively cheap for how much I use. And try not to get any on the inside while you're doing this. Okay, so I'm going to cut it off right about there. You don't want to have any dirt on where you're going to seal or anything. Then you want to put the end of it down in that little tray there, and then vacuum seal. Okay, it's nice and sealed, should not leak. It's going to sit in a tub of water at 130 degrees overnight, and I'll show you that next. All right, so here's the Sous Vide. They're made by a lot of different places. I don't know if one's better than the other. Can't even tell these days. They're all using the same blueprints they stole from each other. But I just keep it in the box it came in with the instructions if I ever forget how it works. Hopefully today I won't. Now you can go on Amazon. You can get all kinds of acrylic tubs that can take the heat, so you can see through them. I just use this old Revereware stock pot I've had for years. So it's got a little clip on there, and I've got it filled with water up to about there. I think that's going to work. I hope that's going to work. And then you plug it in. And you stick the package in there. And the package is probably going to want to float. This one doesn't, but just in case, just a little rack, a little circular rack for keeping cooling off cookies or something, whatever. You got a circular thing. Anyway, that'll hold it down there, and then you just turn it on, and you see what it says on top. That's the temperature. What I want is 100. No, I want temperature 31. Maybe 30. Okay, and then hit it. and it's going to cook for 24 hours. Right now it's 2:45, so it'll be ready 2:45 tomorrow. Now the one little thing that you don't have to do, is you'll have to keep adding water if you don't do it, is to put a cover on it. So I just put aluminum foil around there. And those acrylic things that are meant for Sous Vide is they got their own lids with a hole for the outboard motor there. All right, we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be perfect.